All right, welcome back to the Golf Channel. I'm Paige Sporanic, and today we are going to be talking about Bandon Trails. I played there this past February. We're going to talk about cost, weather, condition of the course, and my overall thoughts on Bandon Trails compared to the other courses at Bandon Dunes. So the first thing is cost. It cost us $135 to play Bandon Trails in February of 2022, and then it was an extra $5 for the little rickshaw that you put your clubs in. Now, I've never used a push cart, but on this trip with us playing every course and walking them about 10 miles each day, I felt it was better to save my back. And honestly, I highly recommend it. For only $5, it makes the round so much more enjoyable, and you can put your energy into good golf as opposed to having to lug your bag around, so I recommend that. The other thing we did was we had a four caddy in our group. Not necessarily a four caddy, I guess he tried to help us all on the greens and give us lines off the tee, but wasn't carrying our bag, and the group was able to split the cost of that caddy between the foursome. Very useful, and I highly recommend it. The other thing is the weather in February. Footage that you're seeing from this specific day, we got hit with 40-mile-an-hour winds and blowing rain in our face on the first hole, and then the rest of the day it was pretty good. We got some rain, but it was okay. The trade-off from February or winter months into summer is in the winter months you have lower rates and lower wind. In the summer months, higher rates, higher wind, but it's in prime condition. Now on Pacific Dunes and Bandon Trails, those course conditions even in February were excellent. Old McDonald, the conditions were okay, the greens were a little rough. And the same goes for Sheep Ranch. It was not awful, but you can see it in the summer, it would definitely be better. So let's talk about Bandon Trails. This was my second favorite course at Bandon Dunes next to Pacific Dunes. And if you're new to this YouTube channel, I have a playlist of course reviews and I'm reviewing all the courses at Bandon Dunes that I played earlier this year. Now Bandon Trails is right next to the Preserve, which is a par 3 course, a 13-hole par 3 course, which is excellent to play. Bandon Trails is also inland, so there's no views of the ocean or anything like that. And the reason that I like Pacific Dunes over Bandon Trails is because Pacific Dunes is all in the ocean, and there's not many places in the world where you can play where it's on the ocean, whereas there's a lot of golf courses you can play that are inland and wooded. So that's the only reason that it's second for me, is because of it not being on the water, but it's an incredible golf course. Starts out easy par 4, easy par 3, going to a par 5, somewhat difficult par 4, then this fifth hole, which is a short par 3, and Colby hit a great shot here to about 5 feet. But the green has like 4 tiers to it. It's a crazy green, and you got to get your distance right on to make sure you don't have a long putt. Then after that, you really dig into the teeth of the course, and it becomes slightly more difficult as you go along. My favorite hole on Bandon Trails was the 9th hole. It's a par 5 that you can see here. It's just so scenic. It sits back through the trees. It's basically dead straight ahead. You have 2 bunkers staggered off the tee box on the left and right of the fairway that you have to split. And it's just so quiet and beautiful back there as you cut through the pines. And it's reachable. You can definitely eagle it or birdie it. But for me, that was my favorite hole, and that's some footage of it. Also on the 10th hole, just off the tee box, there is a one-legged turkey that has like a broken leg. It's kind of sad. But the one-legged turkey is there, generally hanging around the area begging for food from you. So give the one-legged turkey some love. He's injured, and give him some ham from your sandwich or a treat out of your bag if you can. Probably my second favorite hole is number 11. Both days I smoked a drive and hit it to 3 feet. I hit it to like 2 feet the first day, made the birdie. I hit it to 3 feet the second day. Horseshoe lip out right back at me, and I almost drowned myself in the lake right beside the green. And honestly, that'd be a good place to do it. Now, the 14th hole is the most controversial hole here, and I'm interested to see what you guys think of it if you've played Bandon Dunes. I think it's a little too extreme. The first day I made par on it, and I didn't realize how lucky I was to do that. The second day I hit it right. I punched out, I was in a bunker, then punched again, chipped over the green. I think I made double or triple on it. I don't even know what the play would be off the tee. I would say hit a reliable club that you can hit about 200 yards right in the center of the fairway, left or center. There's kind of a lot of room in that distance. And then if you can play a wedge to where you're missing left or long of the green, then you'll have a chance to get up and down for par. You don't want to be short right of the green. That's where the disasters happen. But even long left, there's no bunkers over there. It's all grass, but you have a very severe tier to get up onto the plateau of the green. So that's a controversial hole of all the holes there. It's beautiful. When you stand up on the tee box, you take a little truck ride up from 13 green up to 14, way up at the highest point of the golf course. And then from there, you go back down and work your way around the rest of the golf course. And also 17 was an incredibly beautiful par 3 to kind of close out your round. And then 18, I birdied 18 both days. I don't know why. I have this weird thing, like 11, I hit it to perfect drive, hit it to 3 feet both days. 18, birdied it both days. I do this thing like where I play a golf course, I will occasionally do the exact same things the next round through. And at Bandon Trails, I shot 80 and 81. So not good rounds, but overall the course is, I didn't really care because overall the courses were just so beautiful. I was just trying to enjoy my time there. So Bandon Trails is an excellent golf course. Also, pro tip, get the bulgogi sandwich there that they have in the clubhouse. It's excellent, and they have a nice little pro shop there. And the other thing I liked about Bandon Dunes is everything is kind of built into the land. It's not commercial. There's not a big Marriott nearby. It's all just kind of looks natural. The pro shops are quaint. They have what you need, and it's really all about golf. So Bandon Trails is incredible. My recommendation, if you're only there for 2 days, try to play Pacific Dunes and Bandon Trails. And then after that, there's Bandon Dunes, Sheep Ranch, and Old McDonald. That's probably the order that I would list them in if you only have a certain amount of time there. They're all excellent golf courses. They're all rated in like the top 25 or top 50 in the country. That's my recommendation. You're gonna really like the golf course. It's a player's course. All of them can be, as much as you wanna stretch them out. And don't let the scorecard deceive you. If you're looking at it, you're like, oh, this is only 62 or 6,300 yards, which is what we played most days. The wind makes up for that, I promise you. So don't think you need to go tip it out. If you just want to have some fun, trust me, when I was playing there, I think I was playing to a 3 handicap. That's about what I am right now. I was usually playing to about a 1. Trust me, it challenges you from 62 or 6,300 yards. So that's my recommendation. If you guys are still with me, please like the video. Let me know what questions you have on Bandon Dunes, any of the courses in the comments below. I'll be sure to get back to you. We'll see you next time, and also click this video if you want to watch my review of the road to Bandon Dunes.
Thursday to come from over there.
Yep. Oh, I'm an island boy.
Watch him just go attack your mouth.